Hey everyone, this is Josh from Visto.ai for another episode of Talent Tips. I'm very happy to be joined by Gabby De Luca. Gabby, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Oh my God, thanks for having me. I really appreciate the invite.
Our pleasure, Gabby. Can you just start by telling everybody a little bit more about yourself and what you're working on these days?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Gabi. I'm from Brazil. You will notice by my accent. But I've been living in Ottawa in Canada for the last 4 years. I've been working with talent acquisition since 2009. Been in many different types and sizes of companies, from like 50 employees startups to like big companies like Shopify. So I'm really proud of the range of companies and teams I have worked with, and always focusing on tech recruitment and remote work. Um, Lately, I'm focusing on working on my own business and also helping companies and candidates during their talent acquisition journey. So, on the side of companies, helping them building their recruiting processes or even doing recruiting myself, um, amongst many other things. And on the candidate side, I'm also helping people to find and get their job. So, yeah, that's basically it. Like, quick introduction.
Awesome, and we love the background because I think it'll give really good insight into our second question and our favorite
Yeah.
question, which is can you give three tips to aspiring immigrants who are looking to land a job with a Canadian company?
Yeah, for sure. Um, I will say, yeah, I don't know if that's too cliche, but I would say the first one is like embrace your uniqueness. I feel like as immigrants or like newcomers or wannabe, we think, and I'm saying like from my own experience, we think we are less, or like companies won't hire us because we don't have the experience. But I feel like, and I've seen it, that once you embrace that uniqueness and you understand how difficult to find your experience as an immigrant is, companies will see that too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And many times, I also want to say that, for instance, I took years to have the courage to apply for jobs in Canada, and friends, people I mentor had the same. And what we always say afterwards in hindsight is, I have, I should have started earlier. So what I want to say is like, I know it's difficult, but embrace your uniqueness as a newcomer, as an immigrant, and it's gonna pay off. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. So three, right?
Yeah.
All right. The second one is try to focus on a technical expertise. I know this is a privilege, so but if you have the chance, um, if you can find a niche that again you'll be unique about it, that's gonna help you to get this sponsorship. I think that's on my based on my experience too, Josh. I think you have more experience than me with immigration sponsorships. But anyways, if you can, like, one concept that I like is the T shape. So if you can have some generic knowledge, but just find one that you can be unique, that will create more motivation, let's say, for the company to bring you to the country you're looking for to move. Um, and the last one is, and I know also it's difficult, but put yourself out there, no matter how. So you can be applying for jobs, apply for the jobs. Doesn't matter. You, spoiler alert, when you apply for jobs, you will get rejections for sure. For sure. I don't know one human being that have had, you know, apply, learn from it, tweak your resume based on the learnings, and do it again. If that's too difficult, try to make connections on LinkedIn, go to meetups, events, put yourself out there the way that works best for you. So based, yeah, on my experience, people I've mentored, I would say these three are a good combo, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great advice. Thank you, Gabby. Are there any
Thank you.
roles that you'd like to highlight for you, for clients, anything like that you wanted to quickly highlight?
Yeah. For the last year, the roles that I've worked on, and I know they're difficult to find. So sponsorship exists is the one focused on cybersecurity and privacy policies. This can be engineers, like application security engineers or privacy engineers, even infrastructure engineers, but also like program and project managers, for instance, focusing on privacy, recruiters focus on privacy, and so on. So just the industry of security and privacy. What I'm currently recruiting for, partnering with one company, are software engineers in the tech stack of, it's like 4 of them actually, React, .NET, Python, and Angular. But those are remote jobs. So just to give the alert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we can link to that if there's a website or anything like that as well. Gabby, last question is, can you give a shout out to someone in the Canadian HR talent, people, or recruitment space?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, shout out to Crystal also. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name properly. I'm sorry, Crystal, if I'm not. She's awesome. We worked at Shopify together. She's now director of talent acquisition at FreshBooks. She's an amazing talent acquisition leader and manager. And her approach to talent acquisition is similar to mine. It's like very technical, but at the same time, very human. So for sure, I think she's someone that at least you can follow. And I'm very thankful to have her as a friend and mentor. So yeah, shout
Absolutely.
out to her. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Gabby. And we really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing some great tips. If anybody wants to get in touch with you or learn more about you or your business, where do you recommend they go?
Yeah, thank you for that. So LinkedIn, easiest, go there, Gabriela De Luca. I link everything there, especially my Medium is currently where I post a lot of resources, and just feel free to reach out to me. I'm super open. I always have time for a chat. Yeah.
Awesome. And we'll link to that in the description. Gabby, thanks again for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh. It's my pleasure.